Ready to move past PowerPoint for your online presentation? Then this is a class for you. In this class, we will review using Google Slides to create a presentation. In order to use Google Slides, you will need a Gmail or Google account. Once you are logged in, you can go to slides.google.com. If you are already logged in, you can also go to your Google Apps and scroll down to Slides. Both options bring you to this home screen scene here. Now you can create a template from scratch using the blank template. However, we will be using the template gallery. As you can see, the templates are categorized by personal, work, and education. And you can select a presentation that looks good to you. Each presentation template has different features and subpages, so just kind of keep that in mind. They are theme appropriate. I do want to indicate here towards the add-on that is featured below this template. Add-on means that this presentation specifically uses a tool made by a third party. You will need to install that third-party tool to make use of these extra features. You can also add on a tool yourself if you have a tool you like to use. So we'll look at that once we're in the presentation. We'll go ahead and select a presentation here. And now that it's loaded, you will notice here on the left side that this presentation is made up of 7 individual slides. And I can add, remove, and reorder these slides as I see fit. I can also customize the entire presentation as I see fit. It is basically a teal color with some pops of purple and black and white photos, and I can change that completely while still keeping the basic layout of the presentation. To move and reorder slides, I will just click on a slide and then just drag it to wherever I need, and you'll notice that it very easily reorders. I can also click on a slide, and if I want to delete it, I literally just hit the delete button on my keyboard and it is gone. I can also undo that if needed. To add a slide, I can go to Insert and then New Slide. When I select to add a new slide, I would recommend going to Layout and selecting one of these themes here, one of these layouts that are appropriate to this presentation theme. So I can select, for example, this one, and you notice it kept the look and the feel of the overall presentation theme. As you can see, it's pretty easy to use Google Slides. Now, editing is also very simple. The features are pretty much as you would anticipate from having used Gmail or Google Docs or even Word and PowerPoint. So if you click on some words here, you can select it and change the font and the size and all of these other things that come with it. You can also go ahead and go to background and select background color to change the background color completely. So that's an option. You can also upload an image and have an image as your background. If you find that this doesn't work for you, you can also click reset and you're back where you started, and it will reset that. It won't reset the theme, it'll just reset the font. It will only reset the background because that's what we were in most recently. We've already talked about layout, but all of these layouts can apply to any of these slides and can be applied to any new slides as well. Theme, this is the overall theme we've already selected, but you can scroll through and see any of these other themes that are available to us. Remember, if mid-project you decide to change the theme, Google Slides will rearrange the text on your slides and add shapes to the background, so it will impact the entire presentation. I would recommend pretty much selecting your presentation theme before making any, being really comfortable with the selection you made before moving forward and adding and customizing it. Because if you try to change the theme mid-project, then you'll find that you might have to start from scratch all over again. Transition allows us to add some sort of animation, so to say, between slides. So if I move from slide 1 from slide 2, I can have it dissolve, or I can have it flip, or do all these other things. So if I apply it to all slides, I go to slideshow, you can see what that looks like there. Some people like those features, some people don't, and it's up to you if you want to use them. One thing I do want to mention is, now I could go through slide by slide, clicking on background and changing the color and selecting something and clicking done and going to the next slide and doing the same thing. Or another option is to go to insert, go to slide, and edit theme. And this is what you would call your master slide, as known in PowerPoint. And the master slide or the overall theme will allow you to change the overall look of your presentation. So if I want to change it so that here, all of my fonts are in Arial, it'll go ahead and impact any of these pages that I add from then on. So you'll notice here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to change this to Arial, and then I'm going to close it. And I'm going to come in here, and you can see these changes have taken effect. And now I'm going to go ahead and add a slide. So insert, new slide, and I'm going to choose to add a layout, this one. And you notice it keeps that change that I made to the master theme. So definitely, even though it takes a little extra effort to go into slide and edit theme and really look at the layout of the presentation and the different options that are available to you, it really makes it easier so that you don't have to change slide by slide. So that's an extra little tidbit or a pro tip. Now, once you're ready to present, as I already showed you, you can just click on slideshow and you are ready to go. And you can use the keyboard functions like the arrow keys or the space bar on your keyboard to move forward in your slide. You can also share it by emailing it. You can also download it if you wanted to. But one of my favorite features when it comes to presentation is to click this pull down menu and click on Present Your View. This is one of my favorite presenter tools in Google Slides because this is what it looks like from your perspective as a presenter. So it lets you keep track of your time. You can keep track of how long you've been speaking for. You can pause it. You can reset it as needed. All of us have given presentations that are time sensitive. So this really helps so that we can keep track of how long we've been speaking. This in the background with the boot, this is what your audience sees. But however, this is what you see as a presenter. You can go back and forward between slides, so that's really nice. And what I like to is you can add speaker notes, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So here's where I would add the speaker notes. So if I added speaker notes here, then when I'm in the presenter view, I'll be able to see them. Let me show you what that looks like again. So I'm going to go to presenter view and make sure you can see that on your end. Okay, so now you can see my presenter view, what it looks like. And then if I go back and forth, you should be able to see my test speaker notes. And then I can make these bigger or smaller as needed. So it's really easy to work with. Another favorite tool are audience tools. So if I hit start new, it'll give me a link, which you can see here, and you can see it's appeared here in the background in my, what it looks like from the audience view. So people in the audience can go to this slide, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second, and ask questions. So we're gonna go ahead and click on that. And this is what it looks like from the audience view, and they can ask questions. And hit submit. And then when we look at it from a presenter view, you'll see what that looks like here. This is what you'll get on your end. So people can engage with you. You can make your presentation much more engaging and interactive. So this is one of my favorite tools in Google Slides when it comes to presenting. their ability to present with the presenter view, including speaker notes, audience tools, a timer, and then control of your slide, because often I know presenters get lost in where they are in the slide or want to go to a specific slide, and that's available to you. If you don't want to receive any other questions, you can click it off and it is now unavailable for questions. Try it out the next time you create a presentation for more engaging interaction. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos.